Hello guys, I'm back home now from staying at my grandparents' house. I hope guys have all had a lovely weekend. Chatterboxes out there. I am wearing my new jumper. I love it. It is so comfortable and it's like a nice creamy colour and yeah, it's really nice. I had such a great time staying down at my grandparents' house. It was just so much fun, nice to get away, and me and my grandparents met up with my mum and dad and my other grandma at a restaurant called the Royal Inn, and it is just so beautiful. They're turning it into, I think it's going to be a hotel and a restaurant because it's just such a lovely old house, and quite it's in the middle of nowhere and quite long to get there down this long road. And before that, in the morning, I'd had my breakfast. I had just some toast and a cup of tea and listened to the radio. Had a shower and got some photos of some flowers in my grandma's garden. My grandparents' garden's so lovely with all the flowers all around. Definitely can tell that spring's coming and starting to like happen now because it's now springtime, but it's finally started to kick in a bit, and yeah, it's just looking lovely. Been such a lovely sunny day today, and we had carveries each at the restaurant. It was great. First course that carveries got over quickly, but our puddings took a little bit longer because it got quite busy. And I had my pudding eventually, and I had a cheesecake, and it was like a pink mousse on top, and I had strawberry and icing sugar on, and it just looked heavenly and even tasted heavenly as well. And then we just chatted. I had a J2O and had McCaffrey, and it was ginormous. And I just had such a great time there, getting lots of photos. The photos of the meal and stuff will be on my Twitter when I upload this vlog onto my Twitter. I will upload it with the photos attached, so you guys will be able to see that. Go check my Twitter at Dana Chatterbox. Same with my Instagram. And yeah, I just had such a great time. And then we made our way off, and I helped my other grandma into the car, and I got my bag and my duvet and pillows and bag of dolls that I'd gotten from my grandma and grandpa's car, and then said goodbye to them and thanked them for having me down to stay. Then we took my other grandma back home, and she took quite a long time to get back into the house because she has a stomach frame, so I had to help her out of the car and get her in. And me and my dad were supposed to be going off to see my old sister play rugby, and unfortunately we didn't get time to watch the game, and it was the last game of the season, and she scored a goal, a try, sorry, not a goal, that was in football, a try in her rugby game. And yeah, so we were a bit gutted that we didn't get to, but my dad had a bit of a headache anyway, so he's gone off to bed. My older brother had a rugby game as well, and he's got back and he's just playing on his Xbox. I think my older sister might be coming in later on this evening, so we'll be able to congratulate her on her game. And I unpacked and put all my stuff away, opened the two new dolls that I had to open, and I've put the new dolls away in my doll house. And then I watched Escape to Country and had a cup of tea. Went to my Facebook to Instagram. My Twitter following has gone up and down a bit. It's gone like a yo-yo. Basically, this guy has 17k followers, and he was kicking off that he'd lost followers. And I was like, you should try having 4,200 something and it going up and down, up and down. So he hasn't got anything to worry about. And yeah, so that kind of put a perspective on things. If he's kicking off about losing a few followers when he's got 70k followers, I don't need to worry at all. And yeah, I haven't really thought about it, so that's good because I didn't really have any Wi-Fi, so I could go onto my Facebook to Instagram. Anyway, I got a load of photos that I need to upload onto my Instagram in a minute. And for tea, we're just having snack tea. I can't wait. ITV Victoria is coming back tonight for a third season. Love it, with Jenna Coleman in, who played Clara Oswald in Doctor Who and also was in Emmerdale. And yeah, I just love her as Victoria. She does such a great job, and I just can't wait to watch that later on. And I played with my main Bluetooth doll. I'm going to be sorting out my Bluetooth doll tomorrow, as I've got this pink Barbie dress and white stocking outfit that I'm going to be putting on my main Bluetooth doll. And I showed you guys in my vlog that's going to be going up on Wednesday about the new dolls and new clothes that I got. This top here, and I watched some vlogs and some vines, and I think that Scam France has finished now for season 3, which is gutting. So I'm just gonna watch the Lucas and Elliot episodes from the start till end now. And I watched some episodes of Doctor Who and watched the newest episode of Cashley. I need to watch the newest episode of Horlicks because I couldn't really hear it because my grandpa was asking me, "Who's that? Who's that?" and "What's going on?" and like getting me to explain the whole show to him. So luckily I have it recorded anyway, and I only had Horlicks and EastEnders to watch on Friday anyway because there was no adult or Chloe because of the football, and that's going to be the thing that's going to be happening until the football's over now. So the TV schedules have changed, but luckily I record Chloe and Emmerdale anyway, so even if it is on later or earlier, I won't miss any episodes, which is good. And yeah, so I've just got to watch Horlicks in a minute. I've got that ready for you to go watch, and also need to watch the newest Supernatural episode. And while I was at my grandpa's house, I found out the devastating news that Supernatural is finishing after the 50th season, so the season that's going to be on next year. I am just heartbroken. I love Supernatural. Also, Shadowhunters is finishing. Hashtag save Shadowhunters. I really wish we could have saved it. There was such a big campaign going on to try and keep it going, and it just didn't work, unfortunately. So that's 2 of my favourite shows finishing. I'm just going to have to watch them on reruns then. And yeah, there's plenty of seasons to watch, but it will live on in my heart forever. Supernatural and Shadowhunters will live on forever. I mean, if I could get over Sarah Jane Adventures and Tortured and Primeval and things like that finishing, then I could get over these as well. I mean, they do say all good things must come to an end, so it was inedible, really. And I did say on the Supernatural group chat that I think it would probably finish after a while because it's been going on for 14 years, nearly 15 years. And yeah, it's just amazing. I just love it so much, and I'm so glad. My brother and sister used to watch it, and I used to sneak down and watch it because I was allowed to watch it when I was younger. So I used to watch it anyway. I used to sneak down and watch it, and I just love it, and I've loved it ever since I was a kid. And yeah, so gutted about losing Supernatural, but excited for what they'll be going on to do in like other performances in like films or TV. But I'll always be a part of the Supernatural family and always loved them and the show. And then I was watching some episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Merlin, and watched some episodes of Andy Mack, and watched some stuff off BBC Player. Went into it and it was so good to be back in my own bed and just sat in my bed and was reading a bit of the Series of Fortune Friends book that I'm trying to desperately finish because I keep on reading a bit, then putting it away and forgetting about it and being like, oh my gosh, I need to finish this book. And I have like 3 or 4 books that I'm trying to read. Warning, don't try and read books all at once because it just gets so complicated. And yeah, I'm not very good at that. And yeah, I then did some colouring pages and some word touches and worked on some new illustrations. I read a bit of my book that I'm working on to my grandpa earlier on before we'd gone off to the restaurant, and he's just so supportive of my writing and of my drawings. So he's always asking about how my writing's going and how my drawing's going. And same with my other grandma who dropped home, I showed the dolls that I'd gotten from the charge shops and Home Bargains, the 2 in box, and then the 4 or 5 that are out of box. And she was asking me how many dolls do I think I have now, and I've lost count. My dad's supposed to be getting me some drawers that I'll be putting them all in. So at the moment I just have a box that's like doesn't have a lid or anything, and it's behind my door. So when you go to a room and you open a door, all the dolls sometimes tumble out, So I'm going to be getting drawers so I can put them in and shut the drawers, like a stack of like 5 or 6 drawers. So when putting them in, I'm probably going to have to, I'll probably get rid of a few and just go through them. There's one doll that I got from the charity shops that was in a plastic bag. There was 2 in each, which I love. I love when you get dolls like from charity shops in plastic bags when they have 2 or 3 dolls in. I think that's always really good. But there's just one that's just got a really an orange flowery dress on and looks hideous, and his hair's a bit crazy, so I'll probably give that to the charity shop. And when I do get rid of the dolls, go through my dolls, I'll probably send them off to the charity shop as well. But my grandma and mum and dad said to me, but don't go buying them back. I won't. So yeah, I've had such a great weekend, and I'm now off to go watch Hollyoaks, wipe my jaw a bit, do some drawing, and have a cup of tea. And I'm just going to be having a snack tea, and I'm going to be getting ready to watch the new season of ITV Victoria on ITV tonight at 9. Check that out, and I hope you guys will have a lovely weekend and have a lovely weekend. I shall see you in the vlog very, very soon. Bye.